Hi guys, welcome back. Before we begin working the questions, I'd just like to say all the best in your exams. I hope that you have thoroughly revised all that you have learned so far. Whether you learn it in school, YouTube, friend, neighbor, we don't care. I just hope that you revise all that you have studied so far. And most importantly for me, I want you guys to take on your exam with full confidence. Take it on with full confidence. I'm wishing you all the success in your exams, and not only for your exams, for your future endeavors and all the other exams that you have. So for this video, we're going to look at January 2021 paper 1, all 58 questions. The copy I got didn't have the two last questions, but that's okay. We have enough questions to work to see what it was like. I would recommend that you work the question before and then look at the solution after. And if there are a couple errors in it, that's all right. Comment in the comment section what you think the correct thing is. If you have any shortcut, put your shortcuts in the comments also. Thank you. Also, my voice sounds rusty when I'm extremely tired. Well, guess what? It rusts naturally much less when I'm extremely tired. It's more rusty. So this video kind of sound a bit tired. I sound very tired in it, but that's alright. Thank you for watching. All the best in your exams tomorrow. Get that 1, get that 2, and if anything, fall on that 3. Alright, number 1 says, what is the value of the digit 2 in the number 48.621? So the 2 is in our 100th place. 100 with the th at the end. So we know that could be written as a decimal 0.02. And then converting this decimal to our fraction, we get 2 over 100. So our answer would be A. What is the LCM? What is the least number of apples that can be shared equally among 6, 10, or 15 children? So this question is asking for the LCM. So we could work out the LCM easily. So we have 6, 10, 15. And we want to find a divisor, or a divisor, however it's pronounced, that can go into each or most of the integers here. So the smallest one that we're going to start with first is 2. So 2 into 6 goes 3 times. 2 into 10 goes 5 times. Now 2 cannot go into 15 without leaving a remainder, so we put back our 15. Then the next small number that we can choose is what? 5. So 5 into, can't go into 3, so you put back a 3. So 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 15 goes 3 times. Next we try to use is, next smallest number is 3. So 3 into 3 goes 1 times. So 3 can't go into 1, they put back that 1. 3 into 3 goes 1 time. So then everything we now left with 1 here. So we go 2 times 5 is 10, and 10 times 3 gives me 30. So 2 times 5 times 3, so our answer is 30. Alright, number 2, 22.2 divided by 0.02. So we know that when we're dividing by a decimal, the first thing is to do, make our divisor into a whole number. So we're going to multiply it by 100 to make it into a whole number. So if I multiply it by 100, so I now have, this now becomes 2, and I have to multiply the dividend by 100 also. So we have 1, 2. So it now becomes 2, 2, 2, 0. Divide. So we have 2,220 divided by 2. So 2 into itself, 1, 1, 1, and 2 into 0, 0. So our answer would be D. Alright, number 6. Number 6 is asking for, it says, if 4.3 times, this is 4.3 if you can't see the point clearly, 4.3 times 0.37 is equal to 1.591, then what is 0.43 times 370? Alright, let's observe what happened between here and here. So we observe that this number was divided by 10 and we get 0.43, and this number was multiplied by 1000. So let us look at the difference. Alright, good. Now the answer for here is 1.591. So we can divide this by 10 and then multiply it by 100 to get the answer. Or if not, if you don't understand this method, go ahead and work it out your long multiplication way. I hope you know your timetables fast enough to move fast enough. Alright? So we divided by 10 because we have 4.3 would have to be divided by 10 to get 0.43. See that? Then you have 0.37 becomes 370. So this means that it was multiplied by 1000. Sorry, 1000. So hence we're going to divide this answer here by 10. So if we divide it by 10, we get, just write it out. Divide it by 10, we get 0.1591, and let's multiply it by 1000. Now we get 1, 2, 3, so we get 159.1. So our answer would be C. Now number 3 says in standard notation 208.06 is written as. Now the first two numbers standard form. The first number must be a number between 1 and 10. So we have 2 point and write back every other number. 0, 8, 0, 6. We know say we're going to multiply by 10. Now what power now? What's the power? Now look at this number. Look at this number and compare it to the original number. Now here we have 2.0806 and here we have 208.06. How can I make this back to 208.06? So if I multiply it by 1 to 100, I'll get back this. So because 100 has 2 zeros and its multiplication is to the second power. So hence number 3, our answer is going to be A. Number 7, so P is the set of 2, 3, 5, 7. Q is the set of 2, 3, 6. And S is the set of 2, 4, and 5. It says then P intersect Q union S is equal to what? So first, let us look at what is Q union S. So Q union S is the set of, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is Q union S. Now P intersect Q union S. Now look at this set P and let's look at what they have in common. So they have 2, they have 3, they have 5. So that's given the set of 2, 3, and 5. So which one matches? C matches. Alright, number 4. So this is our page 1. So the last question on page 1. So in a school, the ratio of the number of pupils to the number of teachers is 20 to 1. So pupils to teacher, 20 to 1. If the number of pupils is 840, how many teachers? So unknown. Now 20 times which of these numbers give us 840? because the same 20 going to multiply this side. The same number going to multiply this side. So we can't have 840 and we can't have 820. So we say, alright, 20 times 40. No. So it will be 20 times 42. So our answer would be B. Now some students may not understand this method. So you could go ahead and say 840 divided by 20. And you get the same 42. So 10 into 20 goes 2 times, and 10 into 840 goes 84 times. 2 into that, 1. 2 into itself, 1. 2 into 8 goes 4 times, and 2 into 4 goes 2 times. So we get our 42. Alright, item 8. Let's zoom in a bit. So item 8 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, the number of elements in P is equal to 5. The number of Q is 9, and the number of P union Q is 10. So what is the number of elements in Q intersect P? So we know a general little formula that can help us, don't? And the formula is, we know that the union of the set, so the number of P union Q is equal to the number of P plus the number of Q minus the intersection here. So minus the number of P or Q intersect P. Now we know the number of P union Q is 10, and we know that the number of P is 5, and the number of Q is 9, and we want to find intersection. So let's just call it X for now, just random X. Yeah. So then 5 plus 9 is 14. So yeah, 14 minus X. So in solving for X, we can see that X is equal to 4. So our answer is going to be B is equal to 4. Alright, so all students in the class, number 10, all students in the class play Scrabble or checkers or both. If 36% of the students play Scrabble only and 48% of the students play checkers only, what percentage of the students play both games? Alright, let me look at the diagram. Sets. This is Scrabble and this is checkers. So we know intersection, we don't know what we want to find. We know 36% play Scrabble and 48% play checkers. So we want to find, so we know that the number of Scrabble union chess is 100%, or you could just say it's equal to 1, sitting as 100%. Scrabble union chess, and we use the S for Scrabble and the C for checkers. Sorry, not chess, checkers. Alright, so we know that. We also know that 36% plus the 48% plus the unknown gives us, must come to 100%. So 36% plus 48% plus the number of S intersect C must also be equal to 100%. So then we can go ahead and solve for this. Can just call it random X, or I can just leave it as it. So we have 36 plus 48 give us 84% plus N number of S intersect C. So then we have 100% minus 84, and that would give us, minus 84 from both sides of the equation. So then the number of S intersect C would be equal to 16%. If you had a shortcut, comment the shortcut below if you have a shorter way of doing it. Number 9. Which of the following pairs of sets is an example of disjoint sets? So disjoint sets mean two sets that have nothing in common, no intersection. Alright, so even and odd numbers Alright, multiples of 2s and 3s. Yes, this intersection, this one account. Whole numbers, well, whole numbers are rational numbers. Multiples of 5 and multiples of 10 with intersect, so our answer would be the set of even numbers and odd numbers are disjoint sets. Alright, number 11, item 11 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting sets. So we have the universal set, students who play games. H is the number of students who play hockey, and V is the number of students who play, set of students that play volleyball. Alright, so we have 5 students in hockey, 5 in volleyball only, and 5 in hockey only. So the number of students in each set is number of students in each set is indicated. How many students play exactly one game? So only one game would be 4 and 5, so we get 9. So the best answer here would be 9. Item 12 refers to the following Venn diagram of two intersecting sets, which is partially shaded. So in the Venn diagram, the unshaded area represents, so we can test our answer. So P complement is everything that is outside of the set P. So not in the set P. So that's everything that I'm going to now shade in red. So everything outside of P. So P complement doesn't match. So P complement, no match. Let's look at Q complement now. Q complement is everything outside of the set Q. So no, Q complement will not match here. So no P, no Q. Let's look at the set P intersect Q complement. Let us shade the set P. This is the entire set P. And let us look at Q complement now. Is everything outside of Q. Everything outside of Q. I just normally do this to help me to just identify the set Q. So everything outside of Q. So based on that, we realize that this gives us, this is the answer for the shaded part. So we don't want this. So by elimination, D is the only one left. So our answer is D. So our calculator, number 16, a calculator which is marked at $120 is sold for cash at a 30% discount. How much change would Susan receive if she pays for the calculator with a $100 bill? So we need to find out the cost of the item after the discount. So we have 120 times 30%. So 10 into 30 goes 3 times 10 into 100 goes 10, 10 into itself 1, 10 into 120 goes 12. So 12 times 3 is 36. So the discount it will be 120 minus 36, and that's going to give me, let me remove this from here. That's going to give me 84. And then so the item costs $84 and she's going to pay with a $100 bill. So 100 minus 84 gives me 16. Alright, number 13. For every $100 sales, a salesman is paid $10 as commission. If his sales for the particular month were $1,020, how much commission was he paid? So for every $100 you make, him get $10. So when you find out how much $100 in a 1,020, so that's 1,020 divided by 100. So we get 10.20. 2. So 10.2 times 10, because you can get $10 for every $100. So you get 100, and this is 102. So our final answer is going to be C. You could pause and work it before me. Let's look at number 17. A loan of $8,000 was paid back in 2 years in monthly payments of $400. The interest on the loan as a percentage was... Alright, so let's take out our key information. So the cost of the loan is $8,000. And 2 years, same thing as saying 12 months. Sorry, 24 months. 24 months, alright? And the monthly payments of $400. So that's going to be 400 times 24. And that gives me... Let's work it out quickly. That gives me 9,600. So this is the amount that they pay back after the 2 years. And then initial amount that was borrowed was 8,960 minus 8,000. Why did I say 96? 9,600, same thing. And that gives me 1,600. So 1,600 as a percentage of the loan, which is 8,000 times 100. So we have 100 into 1,600, left with 16. 100 into 8,000, left with 80. 16 into itself 1, 16 into 80 goes 5 times. So we're left with 1/5%, or 1/5 times 100, 5 into itself, so we get with 20. So it will be 20%. And this is something that you could manage, or you could work it back way to get your answers. If you have a shortcut, give a shortcut in the comments below. Number 14, at a store, the sales tax is charged at a rate of 2% on the cost price of an item. The sales tax on a dress, which costs $188. So this is asking for the sales tax. So 2% of 180. Don't need to put that over 1. That's just me being me. So I can say 10 into 100 goes 10 times, and 10 into 180 goes 18 times. And then 2 into 10 goes 5 times, and 2 into 18 goes 9 times. So we're left with 2 9s, 18 over 5. I will know that 5 into 18 goes 3 times. Remainder 3 over 5. I will know that 3/5 as a decimal is 0.60. So our answer for the tax is asking for the sales tax. That's the key. The sales tax is $3.60. Didn't ask for the cost of the dress with the tax. Just asking for the cost of what's the tax on the dress. Alright. Number 19. Number 19, a man pays 60 cents for every 200 meter cube of gas used plus a fixed charge of $13.75. How much does he pay when he uses 55,000 meter cube of gas? So we want to know how much 200 meter cube is in 55,000 meter cube. So 55,000 meter cube divided by 200 meter cube. So that gives me 100 into 200 goes 2 times, and 100 into 55,000 goes 550 times. So we're going to divide. 2 into 5 goes 2 times, remainder 1. 2 7s 14, remainder 1 from the 15. 275 plus is 2. So we have 275 200 millimeter cube in 55,000 meter cube, plus he pays 60 cents. 60 cents is the same thing as multiplying by 0.6. So 275 times 0.6. So we can multiply 6, 5, 30, carry the 3, 6, 7, 42, and 3 gives us 45, carry the 4. So 6 2s 12, and 4 we get 16, and 1 decimal place, so this is $165. So plus the fixed charge of 13.75. So we know so the answer must end with some 75. So these will not work. So D would be the answer because we say it must end with something with 0.75, and D is the only one that ends with 0.75. But we can finish up 5 and 3 8, 1 and 6 7, and 1. So our answer would be D. Number 15. Number 15. If EC 2.50 is equivalent to, so we have the EC here to the USD. So I can say equal. So 2.50 is equal to 1. Then what is $25 equal to in US? Now, this one is very easy because we don't have anything to worry about, because we can realize from 2.5 to 25, they multiply by 10. So if we multiply by 10 on this side, we have to multiply by 10 also on this side. And remember, yes, laugh at me stuttering. For questions like these, they can be worked in many ways. So whatever other solution you have, just put it in the comment section same way. Alright, number 20. If $7,000 is borrowed at a rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, the simple interest is, well, first we write down our simple interest formula. So simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. We are aware that there are many variations of the same thing. Do whatever form or formula is comfortable for you. So we have, check it for time is in years, 5%, and our principal is 7,000. So we're just going to calculate it straightforward. 7,000 times 5 times 3 all over 100. So 100 into itself 1, and 100 into 7,000 goes 70 times. So we have 70 times 5 times 3. So we can multiply it easy. 70 times 5, 70075, 35. And then 3 multiplied by 3, so 30035, 15, carry 1, 3 3 is 9, and 1 10. So our answer would be D. Hill and Gully Rider style of writing this, you know. Alright. Let's not block off number 21. So next we'll have number 23, because we're working across. So Alethea normally saves X dollars each month, but in June she saved 4 more than twice her usual amount. So her usual amount is X, and but in June she saved 4 more, so that's addition, than twice her usual. So twice her usual plus 4. So our answer would be D. Alright, number 21, laws of indices. The product of a number P and its reciprocal may be written as, so the product of a number P, number is P, reciprocal would be 1 over P, may be written as So can be written as p times 1 over p. So we know that it just didn't say anything about square, so we can cross out all those square, and it said reciprocal, so our answer would be C. And number 24, if 3 plus 2 over x is equal to 1, the value of x is. Now you don't have to work it out, you can just do it common sense. Just look at the answers. What number must x be to let this be positive 1? So if x is 1, we'll have 3 plus 2, which is 5. That wouldn't work. But if x is, can be any of these. And it can be 5. So if x is negative 1, negative 1 into 2 gives us what? Negative 2. So 3 plus negative 2 gives us positive 1. So our answer would be A. Some students may go ahead and work it out. Please don't. And then find the LCM of x. Let's go ahead and see what we get with the workout. 1 into x goes x times, so you get 3x. X into x goes 1, so we get 1 times 2. 1 into x goes x, so we have x, so we solve 3x plus 2 equals to x, so we have 3x minus x is equal to negative 2. So 3 minus x left with 2x is equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by 2. Too long. So x is equal to negative 1. But some students need to check their answers, so go ahead and check your answers. Alright, number 22. Item 22 refers to the following diagram of a rectangle. So we have the 2 centimeter and x minus 4 centimeter. The area of the rectangle is x squared. The equation that may be used to find the value of x is, alright, so the area, we know area of a rectangle is equal to length times width, and so that the area is x squared, and we know the length times, so it's 2 times x minus 4. Now it's saying which one of these we can use to find the value of x. Now by plugging in the formula, automatically you will see that no, it's not this, no, it's not that, no, it's not that. So automatically our answer will be A. So the area, which is x squared, length times width, 2 by x minus 4. Alright, number 25. Hold on, let me see if I can figure out what visibility is very poor on this one. Alright, based on my zooming, I'm going to assume that this is 5 to the n plus 1 multiplied by 5 to the n plus 2. Now we know that once we have common base, once we are multiplying common base, laws of indices, go ahead and add our powers. So we have 5 to the n plus 1 plus n plus 2. So we group our like terms, so we have 5 to the 2n, and 1 plus 2 gives us 3. So the answer that suits will be B. So next we have, if 5 times y minus 2 minus 3 y plus 4 is equal to 0, then the value of y is. So we're going to apply our distributive law. So this becomes 5y minus 10. Then you have negative 3 times y gives me negative 3y, and negative 3 times positive 4 gives me negative 12. That is equal to 0. Group our like terms, so 5y minus 3y gives me 2y, and minus 10 minus 12 gives me negative 22 is equal to 0. We're going to add 22 to both sides of our equation. So we can see from here, divide by 2 on both sides, that y is equal to 11. And what you could have done is substitute these numbers for y and see which one will give you a 0. That's also something that you could have done. Number 27. If the determinant of A is equal to 0, then A is a singular matrix. So we know that this bar symbol here stands for the determinant, and in some cases it could read as the absolute value, but because it is matrices, we know that it is the determinant of the matrix A equal to 0 is a singular matrix. Alright, number 30. Item 30 refers to the following diagram of triangle OLM, in which R is the midpoint of OL and T is the midpoint of OM. So let us check that. R is the midpoint of OL and T is the midpoint of OM. Okay, good. So we have that in. Now it says further OR is A, so we could write that in, and OT is B. So basically find LM. So we know that LM is equal to OM minus OL. Alright? So we know that if R is the midpoint of OL, it means that RL is also A, and if T is the midpoint of OM, it means that TM is also B. So the length here is 2A the vector from O to L is 2A, and the vector from O to M is 2B. So therefore LM would be OM, which should be 2B, minus OL, which would be 2A. And we can factorize. So LM, and we can factor out the 2, equal to 2, open bracket B minus A. And that matches D. That matches. So that meant about matches. But anyway, it matches D. Alright, number 28. If A, I will see the matrix there. Yes, laugh at me stuttering. Then the order of A is, we know we got order with row by column. So how many rows are in this matrix? We have 3 rows and we have 4 columns. Let's remember, rows go across and columns go down. So we have 1, 2, 3 rows. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So it's a 3 by 4. Alright. Number 29. If the vector P and Q are 3, 2 and negative 1, 4 respectively, then minus P minus 2Q is. So let's write this out. So P is 3, 2 and Q is negative 1, 4. So minus P will be minus 3, 2. I don't know why I write that fraction bar. Please don't make that silly mistake as I did. So we have 3, 2 minus 2 times Q, which is negative 1, 4. So negative times 3, so we get negative 3, negative 2. Now, let's clear this one here. So negative 2 times, so we have plus, negative 2 times negative 1 gives me positive 2, and negative 2 times positive 4 gives me negative 8. So negative 3 plus 2 gives me negative 1, and negative 2 plus negative 8 gives me negative 10. So our answer would be D. Careful with your signs. Be very careful with your signs. Number 31. if a speedboat 9 hours to travel, sorry, if it took a speedboat 9 hours to travel a distance of 1080 kilometers, what is the average speed in kilometers per hour? So we have no conversion to do here because we have hours and we have kilometers, so that's kilometer per hour. Alright? And we know that speed is equal to distance over time. So the speed is equal to, the distance is 1080 kilometers and the time is 9 hours. From our timetable, 9 12 108 and 9 into 0, 0 times, so we get 120 kilometers per hour. So our answer would be C. And they could have written the question and confused the units to see if you got it. So kilometer per hour. Alright, item 32 refers to the following diagram, which shows a circle centered at O and with a sector and major and minor arcs indicated. So in the diagram, the length of the corresponding major arc FE is 40 centimeter. This is the major arc dotted line. And all that is 40 centimeter. What is the circumference of the circle in centimeters? So we need to find the length of the arc here. Now to find the length of arc, you know that formula is there on your formula sheet. S is equal to angle over 360 times 2 pi r. But one catch here, we don't have any radius, we were not given any radius. So, but we can use some form of reasoning here. So we know that the entire circle is 360. So the angle here would be 300, right? If we were to break up this 300 into angles of 60s, we will get 5 of them. So we get the 300 degrees into 5 parts or 5 angles of 60. Alright? So that would mean the entire 40 here, given that they would be equal length of, for the arcs, we could say 40 divided by 5. This is my 5 here, right? 5, very sexy. So 40 divided by 5 would be 8. Now, overall, since this 300 degree would give us 5 60 degree parts, and we have one more 60 degree, that's going to be 6 parts. So we have 8 times 6, and that will give us 48. And let's see if our answer is there. And our answer 48 is there. Next, item 33 refers to the following diagram, which shows a cylinder with diameter 6 centimeter and height 8 centimeter. If the volume of the cylinder in terms of pi is 180 pi centimeter cube, then the height of the cylinder in centimeter is. Now first we need to grab our formula sheet and just recap what is the formula for the volume of a cylinder if you have not been practicing. But if you are practicing, you know that already. The volume of the cylinder is equal to pi r square h. And it's told us that the volume is what? 180 centimeter, 180 pi centimeters, so 180 pi, and then we have pi. Our radius is going to be what? 3, so times 3 square, and the height is times 8. So we want to find the height. So we have 180 pi, and this would be 9 pi h. So we divide both sides by 9 pi. So 180. So 2 to get 20. So we get 20 is equal to 8 because 9 pi into 180 pi goes 20 times. So we get B. Number 34. The length of the sides of a triangle are x, 2x, and 2x centimeter. If the perimeter is 20, what is the value of x? So when we add up x plus 2x plus 2x, the perimeter is 20. So we have, it's give me 5x is equal to 20. 5 times 4 is 20, so A would be our answer. Number 35. 50 guests had 2 glasses of champagne each. Each glass held 150 milliliters. How many liters of champagne are used? So this question is a conversion question. I'm going to convert from milliliters to liters. Now it says 50 guests had 2 glasses of champagne. So that's 50 times 2. So that's 100. So that's 50 times 2. That's 100 glasses of champagne. And 100 glasses also 100 glasses multiplied by 150 ml would give me 15,000 milliliter. So now to convert from milliliter now to liter. So using the common, what we call them, mnemonic. So we have King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. And we know that U would be the unit, which in this case is liter. So I'm coming from milliliter, so 1, 2, 3. So we're going to divide 15,000 by 1,000. So we go 1, 2, 3. So we get 15 liters. So our answer would be 15 liters. Number 37. The circumference of a circle is 154 centimeters. Given that pi is 22/7, the diameter of the circle in centimeters is, now we know the formula for circumference is 2 pi r, or we can use pi d. So since it wants us to find the diameter, so circumference is equal to pi d, that means that diameter is going to equal to circumference divided by pi. So the circumference is 154, and to divide by pi, which is 22/7, the same thing as to multiply by the reciprocal of 7/22. Now let's see what we get. Alright, so we can simplify. So what number that can go into 22 and 154 is 2. So we're left with 11. So 2 into 15 goes 7 times, remainder 1. So we get 77. So we have 11 into itself 1, and 11 into 77 goes 7 times. So 7, 7, 49. So our diameter is equal to 49. Alright, number 36. A square has the same area as a rectangle with sides of 9 centimeters and 16 centimeters. What is the length of the side of the square? So a square has the same area as a rectangle. So we know the area of a rectangle is equal to length times width, and we know that the area of a square is L square. Let me see if we can write that a little bit neater, because I don't really write so beautiful as you can see so far, but that's okay. It's legible, it's visible, working with it so far with our bad ugly paper. So you go. So we have area of rect is length times width, and area of square is L square. Alright? And so that the area, so that they have the same area, so it's 9 times 16. So the area of the rect, 9 times 16, I would know 9 6 is 54. Carry the 5, 9 1, 9, and 5 will give us 1, 10, 14, so we get 144. And then, so the area for the rectangle is 144 centimeter square. Now to find the area of the square, or the length of the side of the square, because they have the same area, because both the square and the rectangle have the same area, you could say that they're equal to each other. So hence, L square is equal to 144 centimeter square. Now to find L, which is the side, we're going to find the square root of 144 centimeter square. Now which number, when you multiply it here twice, you get 144, and that number is 12. Square root of 144 is 12. So we get 12 centimeter. The area, question 38, so the area of a triangle is 60 centimeters square and its base is 12 centimeter. What is the perpendicular height in centimeter of the triangle? So the area of a triangle, and it's a right angle triangle here because it's a perpendicular height, or half, and it's a base. So half base times height. So half, so that the area is 60 centimeters square, the base is 12, and it wants us to find the height, the perpendicular height. So half of 12 is 6, so we have 6h equal to 60, divide both sides by 6, so we get 10. So h is equal to 10. 6 into 60 goes 10 times. Alright. Number 39. Item 39 refers to the following table, which shows the number of books 58 students bought at a sale. So these are the number of books, and this is the number of students, or we could say the frequency. Alright, so the mode of the number of books bought is which number of books have the highest frequency. Now the highest frequency is 13, so the modal number of books is 5, because 13 students bought 5 books. Alright, so the mode is 5. Now many students may get caught and put 13, but 13 is the frequency. So the one with the highest frequency is the mode. So 13 students bought 5 books. Alright. Alright, item 40 refers to the following pie chart, which shows the popular games played by 720 students. Now, how many students played cricket? So first we need to identify what percentage of the students played cricket first. So if it was angles, everything should add to 360. Just digressing for a second. But because it's percentage, everything should add to 100. So we have basketball, which is 30, tennis, which is 10, that's 40%. 40% plus football is 25%, that's 65%. So 65% from 100, we get 35%. So this is 35%. Alright, so we need to find 35% of 720. Alright, so we can break down 10 into 100, 10 into 720 goes 72 times. Alright, so 5 into 10 goes 2 times, and 5 into 35 goes 7 times. 2 into itself 1, and 2 into 72 goes 36 times. Yes, and then 36 times 7. So we have 7, 6, 42. Carry the 4. 3 7s 21 and 4 get 25, so we get 252, so our answer is C. Items 41 to 42 refer to the following chart, which shows the amount of fish bought in kilogram by the first 60 customers at a fish market. So the first question, to observe a diagram, how many customers bought at least 6 kilograms of fish? So at least the minimum is 6. So they can buy more, but the minimum. So we're looking at from here to at greater. So at the 6 bar, we have 11 persons here. At the 7 bar, we have 5. At the 8 bar, we have 4. The 9 bar, we have 7. And at the 10 bar, we have 3. So 7 and 3, 10. And 9, that's 19. 19 and 1, 20. And 10, 30. So we get 30. Alright. Number 42. The median amount of fish bought by customers is... Alright, I'm going to convert this table here. Sorry, this diagram here into a quick table. So sometimes this helps me to calculate the median faster. And guys, if you have faster methods, just share it in the comment section. Share it and say, but she didn't have to do that. She could have just do this, boom, and give you the answer. Alright, so if you have a shorter method, share it. This is my long method. So just convert in mass, kilograms, number of customers, and the cumulative frequency. Alright, that's cumulative frequency. So we have 3, 4, 5 to 10. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me draw my beautiful lines. Yes, everything I write beautifully. Hope you're following through with my beautiful handwriting. So 3 has a mass of 11. 4 has a mass of 10. 5 has a mass of 9. Yeah, check me and look if I do nothing wrong. 6 has a mass of 11. 7 has a mass of 5. 8 has a mass of 4. 9 has a mass of 7. And 10 has a mass of 3. Or kilogram, yeah, same thing. Can make it clear. Alright, so the cumulative frequency, 11 plus 10 give us 21. 21 plus 9 give us 30. 30 plus 11 give us 41. And 41 plus 5 give us 46. 46 plus 4 give us 50. 50 plus 7, 57. 57 plus 3, we get our 60, which is our 60 customers. So we're good so far. We want to find the position of the median. So that's going to be half. I guess we're writing in the space here. So we're going to half n plus 1 to find the position of the median or the rank. That's going to be half of 61. Because n is the total number here, which is our n. So half of 61, so the 30.5 rank. So that means it's between here and here. So our median will be between here and here, the positions or the rank. So then we match with corresponding to 5 and 6. So therefore, if we add 5 plus 6 and divide it by 2, that's 11 over 2. And we get 5.5 kilograms. So if you have a shortcut, share your shortcut in the comment section below. Alright, question 43 is very blurry, but we'll still work with it. So item 43 refers to the following diagram, which shows the cumulative frequency curve of the height of 20 students. Alright, so the interquartile range of the set of the set of measurements is, so we know to find the interquartile range it's going to be the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. That's our Q3 minus our Q1. So we know Q3 is 3/4 of the total cumulative frequency. So that's 3/4 of 20 is 15. So you know we carry our 15, and when it hits the curve, we carry it down. Alright, it's going to be hard for me to see, especially with my pen. But I'll put an estimate nonetheless and choose the closest answer. And Q1s are lower quarters, is quarter of the cumulative frequencies, which is a quarter of 20, which is 5. Alright, so we can read off. This will give me our Q1 here, and this will give me Q3 here. So Q1, based on estimate, we can say it's 2.2. And then for Q3, we can say rough estimate 7.8, because each stroke is 2. So let's say 7.8 for now. I'm not able to see clearly, but if you have a paper that is clearer, you'll get the gist as to how to work it. So interquartile range would be 7.8 minus 2.2. 7.8 minus 2.2, so we get 4.6. So the closest answer to 4.6 when this is 5. I'm not rounding off, I am unable to see this clearly. So this would be 7 something, I guess. Alright, we work with it. Yeah, just a rough estimate for now. Item 44 refers to the following table, which shows the results of a survey of 100 persons from 2 major ethnic group P and R. Respondents were interviewed about their attitude towards mathematics. So the attitude towards mathematics is here. Ethnic group P and R, and the total is here. Alright, so positive attitudes are looking for a respondent from ethnic group P, so they must come from the ethnic group P, selected at random. What is the probability that he has a negative attitude towards math? So negative attitude towards math will be 24. So from the ethnic group P, so this is going to be total of 60. So we're going to have 24 over 60. And then, so we have to reduce our answers. So I know my students love the little numbers, them like 2. 2, and they will creep on with the little 2, but that's alright, whatever you're comfortable with. But let us choose 4. So 4 into 24 goes 6 times, and 4 into 60 goes 15 times, and then we can say 3 into 6 goes 2 times, and 3 into 15 goes 5 times. Our answer would be 2/5. Item 45 refers to the following arrow diagram. So 2 maps to 8 and 2 maps to 10. 3 maps to 9 and 4 maps to 8. So the arrow diagram above describes the relation y is less than x. That's too extreme. Way out. Y is a factor of x is a factor of y, and b, x is a multiple of y. So this question is testing if we understand factors and multiples. So let me just digress for 2 minutes. If I have 5 times 4 equals to 20. 5 is a factor of 20, and 4 is also a factor of 20. However, 20 is a multiple of 4, and 20 is also a multiple of 5. Yeah, my lovely handwriting. You get the gist, you're hearing me at the same time. Multiple of 5. So, factors, these are numbers that can go into the multiple without leaving a remainder. And the multiples are when we have two factors multiply to create the multiple. So let's look. Y is a factor of X. That will not match. X is a factor of Y. Because 2 is a factor of 8 and 2 is also a factor of 10. So beautiful. That can work. 3 is a factor of 9 and 4 is also a factor of 8. So lovely. So the C seems like the answer so far. X is a multiple of Y. No. None of these numbers multiply to give you X. So no. So the answer would be C. Number 48. Given that Y varies inversely as X and Y equals 16 when X is a half, which of the following equations represent the relationship between X and Y? So we know inverse variation is equal. We say Y is equal to the constant over X. No, so Y, need to find our constant of variation. So K, and X can use 0.5. Let's plug it in a half. Sorry, or Y is 16. Let me just erase. So this is what laziness look like. Waste of time. Alright, so 16. So hence to find K, multiply both sides by a half. So hence half of 16 is 8. So our constant of proportionality is 8. So Y is equal to 8 over X. So our answer would be D. Question 46. Set of ordered pairs below represents a relation that is a function. So we know we need to establish what is a function when it comes down to ordered pair. What is a function? We know 1 to 1 and what else? And many to 1. So let us go ahead now and draw a little diagram to help us. So we have our X over here, we have our Y. So we have negative 2, 7, 4, maps to 6. Alright, 10 maps to 4, 1 would map to 3, because we're looking for not. 0 would map to 4, negative 2 would map to 8, can you know that 8 over there? Negative 8 would map to 10. So if we got rid of the 0, 4, then we could perfectly make this function a one-to-one function. So hence, which are the following points when added to the set would form a relation that is not a function? B, 0 to 1. Yes, we're stuttering, start get tired because we have at number 6, then at number, well, we'll soon finish. 49. Which of the following represents the equation of a straight line? We know that the equation of a straight line is y equals to mx plus c. So anything with a square, those are quadratic, we can get rid of those automatically. When you want to say multiply, you can get rid of those also. So by elimination, only c is left. So yes, it would be c. Alright, number 50. What is the x value of the point of intersection for the system represented by the functions f of x is equal to 3 and g of x is equal to 5x plus 1. Question 50. What is the value of the point of intersection for the system represented by the function f of x is equal to 3 and g of x is equal to 5 over 2x plus 1. So from the intersection, it means that they meet. So we can say 5 over 2x plus 1 is equal to 3, and we can solve for x. So 5 over 2x is equal to, when subtract 1 from both sides, is equal to 2. So to find x, we're going to multiply both sides by 2/5. So 2 times 2/5. So we get x is equal to 4 over 5. Now look, we don't see our answers in fraction, our answers is in decimal. 4/5 as a decimal, so we divide 4 by 5. Now I know this automatically and you should by now, but let us work it out nonetheless. So 5 into 4, 0, put your point, add a 0, 5 into 40, 8 times, 8 5, 40, subtract. So our answer would be A, 0.8. Number 47, if h of x is equal to 3x minus 2 over 5, then h of negative 6 is, so it's just basic algebraic substitution. So h of negative 6 means anywhere in the function h of x I see x, I'm going to put negative 6. So 3 times negative 6 minus 2 over 5. So 3 6 is 18 and it's negative, so it's negative 18 minus 2 over 5. That's negative 20 over 5. 5 4 20, that's negative 4. So careful with your signs, so your answer would be negative 4. Alright, number 51. A line L is parallel to the line 2x minus 5y minus 8 is equal to 0. What is the gradient of the line? So we know that parallel lines have the same gradient. So parallel lines have the same gradient. Alright, so we know common M stands for gradient. So let's put this in the form y equal mx plus c. So I'm just going to do it quickly. So we have minus 5y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 5. So you can pause the video and work out your answer and come back. So you have negative 2 over negative 5, so that's 2/5 x, and then minus 8 over 5, but we're only concerned with the gradient. So know that m is the gradient, so our gradient will be positive 2/5. Alright, number 53. So the item refers to the following diagram of a circle. If O is the center of the circle, then y degree is, so we know that angle at the center is twice the size at the angle of the circumference. So angle at center is twice the size of the angle of the circumference, so this angle is 100, so our answer would be D. Alright, number 52, which of the following sets is represented by the function f such that x maps on to x squared plus 3, where x values are the set of 0, 1, 2, 3. So we can plug in and test. So when x is 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3. And we can plug in easily. When x is 0, y is 3. When x is 1, so everybody start here, so with 0, 3. So we can't eliminate yet. When x is 1, we have 1 square plus 3, so we get 4. Alright, so we have 0, 3, and 1, 4. So which one? Alright, so this now have the 1, 4. This now have the 1, 4. Let's do one more. When x is 2, so we have 2 square, which is 4, plus 3 give us 7. So 2, 7. So this one I have 2 sevens. 2 sevens. So automatically our answer would be D. Item 54 refers to the following diagram. Alright, so we know we have two parallel lines. So the line PQ is parallel to the line RS, and this line here what we call our transversal lines. So in the diagram, PQ and RS are parallel. Which of the following best describes the relationship between X and Y? So these are what we call alternate angles. Now, for layman term, just to help students sometimes identify alternate angles, we say in layman we call them Z angles. Because once these are parallel lines, then this angle is equal to this angle. Is equal to this. So therefore, automatically, what best describes is that X is equal to Y. Item 55 refers to the following diagram, which shows rectangle W, X, Y, Z, and its image W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime, and W double prime. Alright, all these next image after it undergoes a composite or double transformation. Now the question is asking what sequence of transformation will map the object onto its image. Alright, so this obviously looks like a reflection from W to W prime here, because they have equidistance from the mirror line, which is Y. So we can see that clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, let's check again. So we have from X 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yes, equidistance from the mirror line. And then you realize that after it was reflected, it got smaller. So dilate, which is a form of enlargement. So cut in half, or would this be half? Alright, so let's look at the answers that they have. A translation of 8 units to the left followed by enlargement. Center at the origin with a scale factor. So they say transform 8 units to the left. So let's just pull W. So transform 8 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, so that one will work. Alright, so that one will work. A reflection in the y-axis followed by an enlargement. Centered at the origin, that scale factor of a half. Alright, we hold on to that for now. For B, because A doesn't seem like it. A counterclockwise rotation 90 degrees about the origin followed by an enlargement centered at the original scale factor. So we know that everything of a scale factor of a half. So we don't have to worry about the actual scale factor. So it's obvious that there is a enlargement or something with a scale factor of a half. So the best answer I would see here would be B. A reflection in the y-axis followed by an enlargement centered at the origin with a scale factor of a half. Alright, as I said earlier before that we have some visibility issues with this paper, but it's okay. We're working with it for now. So number 56. In each of the following diagram, A prime is the image of A. Which of the diagrams show as a reflection in the x-axis? So we know that our mirror line is the x-axis. This is our mirror line, the x-axis. The x-axis. So this one, no. Automatic, no. This one, no. Auto, no. This one, if he's here and this is the mirror that he's looking in, no. So by elimination, our answer would be D. So let's zoom back in. Question 57. In a triangle A, B, C, angle A is x degree and angle B is 2x. What is the size of angle C? So we know that angles in a triangle add to give 180. So hence, to add up all the angles, so one is, let's say A, B, C. So A is x, B is 2x, so we want to find C. So we add both 2x and x and subtract them from 180. So 2x plus x is 3x. So we have 180 minus 3x. And that would be in degrees. So our answer would be A. Alright, item 58 refers to the following diagram, which shows the angle of depression of a point x from z. Alright, so x from z. Alright, the angle of depression to the point x from z is 35. If x is 12 meters from y, then the height of yz in meters is, I want to find the entire length here. Now, these two lines, the horizontal lines normally parallel. So then this would be 35 using the alternate angle concept. Hence, what trig ratio would use? The opposite over the adjacent side, and that would be tan. So only one question has tan. So hence, it would be B. As it relates to this paper, I did not get questions 59 and 60. So that is where we stop today, from questions 1 to 58. It should be good enough to help you guys with your revision for your exams. All the best.